One should be very careful in castigating Rishi Sunak as a rich boy who doesn't understand what's going on and therefore can't appreciate what it's like to be poor. One doesn't need to be poor or in need in order to appreciate and to sympathize with and to give to and to help the poor. And one of the reasons I'm saying this is because, if you look at the great religious leaders, people like Gautama Siddhartha, the Buddha, who was born into a rich, noble family, and he embraced poverty and he embraced the poor because he realized that poverty was, or that wealth was not a guarantee of happiness or security or indeed any future. The future is guaranteed by a good heart. And today, of all days, I think we should recognize this because today is the day when, children are waiting for St. Nicholas, for Santa Claus, for Father Christmas. And in most cases, I'm sure, Santa Claus has already been and delivered wonderful treats that children are opening all over the place. St. Nicholas was a rich man, was an early Christian Greek, brought up in the city of Mύra in Asia Minor. St. Nicholas, the wonder worker. And what is so wonderful about St. Nicholas is he was a rich man who recognized the needs of the poor, and he gave freely to the poor to help them. He gave secretly, and this is the heart of that story, and the rise of the story of Saint Nicholas, Saint Nick, Father Christmas, and it's such an important message. So simply being rich in itself is not a hindrance to being good or to being capable of recognizing the needs of the poor. And Rishi Sunak's fumbling efforts, I think we should see these as a first step towards a caring conservatism. And I hope it means that there is a caring conservatism, because so far what we have seen is Suella Braverman rattling on about an invasion. We've seen Priti Patel bullying people, or apparently bullying people, and getting away with it. We've seen Matt Hancock fiddling around in the cupboard with Gina Coladangelo. Ooh, give me a HB with a rubber. We have seen Chris Pincher by Name and Nature. We've seen people watching porn, or actually we didn't see it, we heard about it. God knows who saw it. And, we have seen a shambles in our parliamentary democracy. And if Rishi Sunak wants to offer people a sausage and try to do something for Christmas and try to get into that spirit of Christmas, that spirit of care and of consideration, maybe this is a first step towards him thinking twice about those poor people who are working so hard and deserve a pay increase rather than another dose of the clap. We shouldn't be clapping workers. We should be supporting workers. We should be giving them what they are working for. We should be making sure that nurses have parking in the places that they are working. We should be making sure that people who are driving for a living, whether that's driving cars or driving trains, are able to get to and from their work with security, that they can do their work with care and consideration without worrying about where the next meal is coming from. We shouldn't be frittering money on rubbish. And those people who have frittered money on rubbish, they should be taking the pay cuts. That means politicians, by the way, and bureaucrats, those people who have got it wrong, again and again. This is not what we signed up for. This is not what we elected. This is not the way to govern. This is the way to avoid taking responsibility. It's time now for people in government to tighten their belts, recognise their job, and get on with it. And if constituents want to talk to you, listen. Listen. As for me, I'm spending a sort of pyjama day trying to sort out my voice and trying very hard to not to use upper or lower registers, because it's the voice is very creaky, and I've got to go back onto panto tomorrow. And anyway, otherwise, I wish you all a very happy Christmas.